Yeah. I know I'm under certain time constraints. I mean, I have so much going on in my personal life that if I didn't get this on YouTube before I go to dinner, people wondering, what are you doing? Now, I told you that I wanted to speak to my sons. I want you to remove your fraud, the fraud of refusing to enforce the laws. I want you to remove me from the docket because when you arraign me, yes, without considering that no one questioned me, yes, it's as if you could use my arraignment as a confession of wrongdoing, even though I said I wasn't in Brennan. I don't know where my wife works, and I don't know where my sons live. Yes. Now, there are certain protections about arraigning people for criminal complaints without anybody reading me my Miranda rights. Remove me from the docket. Remove your fraudulent court orders and have my sons and Marilyn call me. Then make arrangements for me to sleep in a hotel, yes, and bathe in a bathtub. I really don't like it that you're refusing to enforce the laws of the United States. Now, there's what's known as the contract, an agreement between two or more parties that is enforceable by law. Yes. Is that dissolution of marriage a contract where you say to the state of Washington, well, Mr. Budden did give notice of court hearings, yes, but he decided not to appear. So we made a contract as the county with the state to collect, yes, the child support that's garnishable. Now, when you violate contract law, this county, yes, and every county, because when you have knowledge of the crime of issuing dissolutions of marriage where there is no actual protections of the law, it violates numerous contract laws. Yes. And this garnishment of the wages for child support, when I never got a copy of it, when you said you didn't know where I was and I was living at the same address as my wife had lived at, well, approximately 7 or 8 months before then, when you said that you didn't know where I was, you've been playing I don't know, and it happens to violate contract law. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I'm going to sue every state of the United States for garnishing the wages for any alimony or child support where every protection of the law was not in place at the time that you issued the order for child support or alimony that allowed you to collect as a state because you're the creditor to the decision making of every court of the United States. Then I'm going to want to know the dues, the union dues, of every member of every union. Yes, where their, what's it called again? Oh, their disposable earnings. Yes, is after paying union dues. Oh, after paying union pension plans, after enforcing protection orders where the petitioner didn't sign it. Yes, and then retirement plan contributions. Yes. Now, these garnishments, the ordinary garnishments, I know you're an employee of a corporation, a company, yes, that uses union employees, yes, public or private. And then there's this initial here. Look at here. Initial this. If disposable earnings are $290 or more, yes, maximum of 25% of are garnishable from any private company. Yes, yes, yes. But then there's the garnishment for child support and alimony. Ooh, it goes up to 50% of the actual person's disposable income. Now, Title III law allows up to 50% of a worker's disposable earnings to be garnished for the purpose if the worker is supporting another spouse or child, or up to 60% if the worker is not. As in a single American citizen, yes, that happens to be a father, 60% of my disposable income, everything after, can be garnished to pay back that child support. And an additional 5% may be garnished for support payments more than 12 weeks in arrears. Oh, It's not 12 months, it's 12 weeks. Now I said, there's an initial and sign there? Yes, there is. I can have 65% of my income garnished from the state of Washington without you making sure of proof of service. That's right. When you arrested me for serving me the dissolution at the same moment? Yes. When you wouldn't contempt my wife for contempt of court for motion, corporate default, dissolution of marriage. 65% of my non-disposable income can be garnished to pay back child support where there's no signature of the petitioner? Yes. There was no jurisdiction or authority of law to issue the protection orders? Yes. Where you wouldn't expunge my court record? Yes. Where you said I was crazy? 65%. That means I can live off of 35% of whatever I earn. Yes. Well, let's see. I decide to go out and get a job to support the emergency room? Yes. Yes, yes. I make minimum wage because nobody enforces the laws. Now, in Washington State and Clown County, I think it's $11 an hour. Yes. Let's do some quick calculations. Ooh. Now, after all those, let's get out the old calculator, okay? Let's say you're paying me $11 an hour, okay? And I net out $10 an hour. Yes. Times 0.35 equals, it equals $3.50. Yeah, but it says 350. Yes, it does. Now let's multiply that times 20 hours a week because of my sleep apnea. Yes. $70 a week. Oh, times 4 weeks a month. Yes. $280. I don't earn enough, yes, to pay for a $400 a month room on minimum wage when you can take 65% of my income after the non-disposable reduction of my minimum wage job because of Social Security, unemployment, yes, individual taxation. Oh. Now, you wanted me to go out and get a job where I make how much an hour? Yes. Considering my background. Yes. Considering all these protection orders. Yes. Considering the wage garnishment. Ouch. I won't be able to earn $400 a month because of all your. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar day. You sure I can't get rental assistance because of my sleep apnea? Or am I faced with having to live in a homeless shelter for the rest of my fucking life? Why don't you remove your fraud?